Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Lynette Bicus, and I'm really tickled to share with you just a quick preview of the project that I completed with the APIC grant on the calls to action on equity, inclusion, diversity, justice, and social responsibility, and telesupervision and teletraining. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Clinical Psychology at Seattle Pacific University. Our institution is located on the ancestral lands of the Duwamish, and my home is in the area of the Coast Salish and Snohomish. The project title of my project is Psych Stats in R, Open, Accessible, and ReCentered. And my interest in this, or my initial ideas, came from this after the summer 2022 sessions of Academics for Black Lives, where the presenters and the conversations were really something about the notion of centering whiteness, decentering whiteness really stuck with me. And I was preoccupied. I'd never really wasn't familiar with the term used in that context. And I just kept thinking about what I know about centering is about centering variables in regression. And I teach statistics and research methods. And so I really felt intrigued, and I can't think of another word, but kind of obsessed with, like, how do we recenter training in statistics so that they are these things: open and accessible and culturally and socially responsive. So since that fall, I came back to my statistics class in ANOVA. And 4 years ago, my department transitioned from teaching from SPSS to R. And so in that process, I learned that it was possible to simulate data, because many of the blog sites where you go to learn an R exercise have quick little simulations at the top. It makes it lighter, so you don't have to have a database to do the work. So it occurred to me that that was possible. And so what I went to do was find articles in published psychology journals that were scientist practitioner advocacy oriented. They had a social justice theme. The first author was from a group that's been historically marginalized by psychology research. And the topic was socially justice. The topic of the article was had a social justice, or had a topic of justice, equity, inclusion, and diversity. And so I had a lot of cooperation also from our library at SPU and our education, technology, and media support. And so we're at the stages of the project where a couple of volumes or mini volumes are ready to be used. They are freely available under a CC by NCSA 4.0 license. At this point, they are pre-edited. They're in chapter form, but we are working hard in December to get all the grammar and formatting issues resolved and answer. My students are actually, the grant money has supported students who are in the class to study and get paid at the same time. And so they're providing editing feedback. I think I've covered most of this. What I will say, what's exciting about open education resources and many of the notions in open education is that they're perpetually in progress. So I encourage users to check back frequently for updates, corrections, and additional materials. And sometimes they can be reposted like daily, especially if I'm working on a particular chapter. And I just wanted to give a quick tour of the book. If you follow this link, it will take you to a page in my research team's website. Just a second, it doesn't seem to want to render properly. Okay, here we go. It'll take you to a page in my research team's website, and then you can go to any of the volumes that are available. This is the chapter I've been working on the most now, because I'm teaching psychometrics this quarter. And so with any of the topics, I was looking at invariance testing. That's the most recent one that I've written. There are learning objectives, suggestions for practice, a list of the primary resources, the lecture stuff about statistics. There's always a workflow for any of the more complicated statistics. And then you can see a description of the research vignette and the simulated data, and then we work the problem all in R. I won't show it here, but it's possible to get to, there's always a link to the actual GitHub site. And so you can actually download all of the RMD files and all the materials that make up the project. So that's me, and I would love feedback. You're welcome to email me directly, and if you're actually interested in editing, or you're welcome to fork a copy of the book. And I don't remember if it's a push request or a pull request, but you can actually edit it directly and send me and it sends me the suggestions. So thanks.